Hello. Let us discuss about the outputs of the sprint planning meeting. Uh, so the primary output is the tracking board. So here we have three columns, that is to be done, being done, and done. So under the being done, uh, we start with the feature one, the top priority feature on top, and then we have the task to be performed to complete that feature. The task to be performed to complete that feature. So here we have the feature one, then task one, task two, task three. Then we have feature two, and we have task one, task two, task three to be completed, to be done to complete the feature two. Then we have task one and task two to complete the feature three. Against the features, we'll have the story point. We discussed about the Fibonacci series and all those things. So against the feature, we have the story point. And against the task, we have effort like zero point 0.5 day, 1 day, 2 days, kind of thing. And again, feature two, we have the story point. So now let us say this has a story point of 1. This has a story point of 3. Then task 1.5 days, task 2 1 day, task through 2 days. Feature 3 story point is, let's say, 5. Task 1 day effort. Task 2 maybe 5 days effort. So we have the features and we have the associated tasks to be performed to complete those features. And we have the estimates for them as well. For features, we have the story point, and for the associated tasks, we have the effort in person days. Uh, then sometimes we give some additional features. That means in case you complete these features ahead of schedule, then you can try something from the next. This is not mandatory. If you complete all these features ahead of schedule, then you can try some of these features. In a 30-day sprint, if you complete all these things in 25 days time, then we can always go ahead and then try to do feature 4 as well. Actually, we committed only till feature 3, but then we have additional capacity. In that case, we'll pick up something from the next. So this is the primary output of the sprint planning meeting. And then we have the burn down chart. Sprint burn down chart. Sprint versus we have the duration of the sprint. In this case, if it is a 30-day sprint, it starts 0 to 30. If it is a 15-day sprint, it will be 0 to 15. And on the y-axis, we have the cumulative effort of all the tasks here. So that is on the y-axis. So this is the output of the sprint planning meeting. Uh, I'll in the upcoming sessions, I'll give a detailed walkthrough of burn down charts, because there are different types of burn down charts. One is a sprint burn down chart. Uh, Sprint burn down chart is primarily used by developers to assess the progress of the sprint. And then we have release burn down chart. Release burn downs are used by senior stakeholders uh, to see the progress of the product against a particular release. Then we have product burn down charts. That is to see the overall picture of the progress we made against the final delivery of the product or against the product roadmap. That is the product burn down chart. Uh, the uses of these burn down charts are different. So accordingly, what goes on the y-axis will change. If I'm doing a release burn down chart, I'm not really interested with the balance effort required. I'm more interested with the story points completed against that particular release. And so is the case with the product burn down chart. So I want to know totally how many story points and how many story points completed. So for release burn down chart and product burn down charts, on the y-axis we'll have the story point, and the x-axis will always it'll be the duration of the sprint. Whereas for a sprint burn down chart, it is always better to provide the effort. So how much effort we planned, what was the planned effort, and on a daily basis we keep updating it. The updation part I'll explain in detail in one of the upcoming videos. The title of this video is what are the outputs of a sprint planning meeting, and one is a tracking board with three columns: to be done, being done, and done. Then features, their story point, activities, their effort. A cumulative effort of these activities will go on the y-axis of the burn down chart. Sprint duration is on the x-axis. Then we have a column for next. That means any additional. This is not mandatory. In case you complete these things ahead of schedule, then you try. Another use case for this is in case you get struck with one of these and you are unable to proceed, maybe you can try this as well. Then I forgot to add one more column, that is unplanned items. Unplanned items. That means when the sprint is happening, sometimes we realize that we did not identify certain tasks here. So such things can be put under this unplanned task, and maybe we can use a different color sticky note so that by looking at this tracking board, we know how many planned activities, how many unplanned activities, all the statistics we get. So that is all about the outputs of the sprint planning meeting. In case you have any doubts, please post it as a comment to this video. I will answer your questions. And every from Monday to Friday, every day at 8 p.m., we have this PM Distilled talks where we discussed about some interesting aspects about professional project management. It can be from predictive project management, and it can be from agile or adaptive project management. And if you have not subscribed to the PMRI Campus channel yet, please do subscribe. Thank you very much.